Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about my thoughts on the new Minecraft update that came out literally yesterday for me. So, how do I feel about the update and what it brought to the table and stuff, the tiny takeover update, and, afterwards I'll start talking about a little bit of my thoughts on what's coming after, like, the next update. So yeah, my Mojang just released their 9th or 8th drop, and it's, it's an update, listen. It doesn't really have a whole lot. There's like 3 main things this update does. All 3 of those things are not bad. They're actually pretty good. But there are 3 very small things. Like, not really crazy. Like, if this was... this is nothing too crazy of an update. So the first thing it does is remodel every single baby mob in the game. Which actually is quite of a big thing now that I'm thinking about it, because there's a lot of mobs in this game. And I think 80% of them have baby versions, so you have to do 80% of the mobs and all their baby versions and remodeling them all. And they actually changed a couple of the models because some fans didn't like the models, so they changed some of the models to make them better and stuff. So, they had to do that, which is not an easy feat to do, actually. That's not... Because when you do a whole model change for a video game, it's not really that easy. Now, it is easier for Minecraft since the models are not really complex, but, still impressive. And, I like the design. The designs are... Some of them are really good. Some of them are okay. That's it. That's how they are. There's no real outright bad design. But that's also... It's up to you. It's nothing really too crazy. Nothing bad. Nothing... There's some of them that are really good, and some of them that are just okay. Will I miss the old versions? Kinda. I guess not really. Some of the old versions I did not really care for design-wise, because, the old versions, they just, messed with the model a little bit. But these ones are actually from the ground up made models. So, that's a nice thing. Actually doing something like that is pretty cool. And then, yeah. Now, the second thing this thing adds was a dandelion called the golden dandelion. It's a very simple flower, but once you make it, you basically get to... Whatever baby eats it stays a baby forever, which is a really cool idea. I like it. It's for those who are that item is designed for a specific group of people. And it's not like a small group, it's a decent sized group. It's like, though, hey, if you're building a zoo and you're showing off every single mob in the game, but you want to have the babies stay as babies, well, guess what? Now you can use that to make them stay as babies. It's a very creative thing. You're not going to be using it in survivor mode. You're going to be mostly using it in creative mode, which, that's not such a bad thing. Anyways, the second thing this thing adds, the second real thing this thing adds is adding a crafting recipe for the name tags. And some people are mixed up on this. And my thoughts are, they should have done this earlier. I don't understand why name tags were such a rare-ish thing. I guess I can understand at first, but it's they're not really useful for everything. They're just not that useful of an item. Or listen, I'm okay with making items rare, you have to do something crazy to get it. But a name tag does never really seem to me to need it to be, you have to do all this and that. It's it's a name tag that makes sure your mob doesn't despawn. Why does that need to be such a hard thing to get? And it's think about it, if you find a pet dog that he looks just like my dog. Oh, wait, I don't have a name tag. I gotta, your name tag does add something special. Listen, getting a pet dog in Minecraft, it's special. And adding a name tag makes it more special. But it was also, a bitch to get a name tag. But with this, now you could just get it kind of easily. So, yeah, I think it was an overall good change. And that's all this update ever did. Yeah, it didn't really do much. And I would say I am a bit disappointed, but also kind of understand. Because, sure, the recipe isn't adding the recipe and then dandelion one probably wasn't adding the dandelion was like the real actual physical new thing really, and it's like not that hard to put that in there. Though then again, because Minecraft has 2 versions of it, you have to do everything twice, which I never understood why was that done in the first place? Why have 2 versions of the game with with many differences? Not like too crazy of differences, like some like modes, like Bedrock has some exclusive items that the Java doesn't have, and Java has some stuff that Bedrock doesn't have. I never understood that. Why do that at all? Because it also makes every update really hard. Think about it. For that, each game has a whole entirely different engine they basically run on. Why have that I don't understand why that was done. Why make 2 versions of the game? All it does is makes updating the game harder, because now every time you want to update the game, oh wait, I have to do this twice now. I have to do everything I've done twice. You want to add a block in the game, you have to do everything you do to add the block to the game twice. And I just never understood why they did that in the first place. Plus, why is there exclusive items in both versions? That's so dumb. I never understood that. It just seems so crazy to me. I never understood why that was done at all. There may be maybe Java can't just work on a console. But this just seems weird to me. Why can Java not work on a console? It's incredibly weird to me. I never understood it, and it just makes it harder to add new stuff. Because every time you want to add something, you have to do everything twice. And it never made sense to me. But anyways, yeah, this update is a really small update. If you ask me, content-wise, it's about the same size as 1.0. 1.0 added the new flat world type and shears. Oh, also apples can spawn from trees now. That's what 1.0 added. This update is the same. It had the same feeling with this update. It adds one big kind of really cool thing, and then adds one new kind of item, and then adds something little cool thing. That's what it does. I think 1.0 may have added, I think 1.0 was added some other stuff, but nothing too crazy. This update is a very similar size to 1.1. To 1.1. This is a very similar size to 1.1. This is just 1.1. Repack, basically. It's nothing too crazy. But hey, I do... How do I say this? I do like this update. I don't hate this update. I don't despise it. But I also don't think it's the greatest thing ever. It's a nice update, I like the baby models. That was probably a better decision. But this is just, not that big of an update. So, before you all go, let's talk about the next update. Now, the next update is actually looking to be a much bigger update. First off, it's adding a new biome, which people are like, oh, adding a new biome is quite a more difficult experience than most people realize. But, this biome, it looks cool, I have to say, and the new slime block. Listen, I know people are making fun of it and stuff, saying it's useless. It's not useless. It's just useless to you. But to some people, to builders and stuff, this update is definitely on their side, And some people are mad that why, and that's the thing. So I understand that, this update is a little bit more focused on builders. But also, why are people mad that this is focusing on one of the biggest communities of Minecraft, the building guys? It just never makes sense. But yeah, basically we're adding 2 new block types. They look alright, I don't hate them. They actually look good in some ways. And the new slime block, it's not my cup of tea. But I don't hate it. And I think some people are making some really funny memes with it, and I think that's funny. And yeah, from what I see in this update, nothing too exciting for me. It's not nothing in this is awful. Doesn't really break the game. You can't really, I feel like in a sandbox, it's hard to really add something bad. But no, this is just Nothing too crazy, you know, nothing bad. Nothing outright bad, okay? I'll say that. And, you know, there's still more stuff to come. Now, some people are noticing that in one the chiseled blocks, you know, they have the two chiseled blocks for this update. One of the chiseled blocks looks like the new slime, and one of them looks like a bug-like creature. So we might be getting a bug-like creature in this game. And I'm really hoping it's like a bug that, like, shoots acid. You know, like a beetle-like character or a spider that shoots acid. You know, that would be kind of cool. I feel like that would be a cool idea. You know, shoots acid, does damage. You stand on it for a little bit, like an acid kind of thing. I think that would be really cool. But you know, who knows? This update, not bad. The update that just came out, Tiny Takeover. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. And then for the next one, from what I've seen so far, looks to be a 7 or 8 out of 10. You know, but yeah. And for the guys wanting the end update, I understand you. I want it too, but it's kind of obvious what they're doing with the end update. They're saving it for the Minecraft movie 2 because think about it marketing-wise. Wait a minute. We're making a sequel to the Minecraft movie where we're going to the end. We're going to bring the Ender Dragon in. That's all the marketing is going to be about. And everyone wants an end update. Why don't we just make the end up, save what we're working on for the end update, and wait until we're near the release of the movie? Yeah, it's genius. And that's probably what they're doing. They're just trying to save what they got and try to make a nice, simple little thing. You know, that's probably what they're doing. They've already been hinting at an end update for a while now. Like, they've made some changes to the end. And we already know what an end update would look like. I'm pretty sure that's what the Minecraft Dungeons DLC is. That big old DLC was supposed to say, hey, you want to know what the end update is going to look like? It's going to look very much like that. We'll add, obviously, a couple more things than just that, you know? Yeah, that's what the end update is going to look like. And we're just going to have to wait. And I'm okay with waiting. It's not that big a deal. Listen, I would want an end update now, but hey, as a Half-Life 3 fan, I understand what it's like to wait. You gotta wait, and that's alright. It's okay to wait. And also, they did say they're going to be updating this game for decades. So hey, if it's not out now, you still have decades for it. And I don't think we're going to wait decades. I am pretty sure it is just going to come out around the time of the Minecraft movie. I don't think on the same day as the Minecraft movie 2, but around the same time period. And that's what's going to happen. All right? So yeah, that's kind of it for this video, you know. I really did enjoy the Minecraft. You know, I'm curious. I don't hate this. What's coming up? This new update wasn't obviously that crazy, but hey, you know, this is a interesting idea, and I really think this is a pretty cool. I think the future Minecraft, you know, it's not bad. Also, Minecraft Dungeons 2. I am playing the game for the first time, like the first game for the first time, and I've already enjoyed it so much. And I can't wait to finish it. And then guess what? When I finish it and all the DLC, I have the sequel to play. Yay! But yeah, you know, they've been hinting at Minecraft Dungeons 2 for a couple months now, so I'm excited that it's finally coming out. You know, they've been hinting at it for a bit now. And, you know, I'm excited. Anyways, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And you know what? If you want to stay and watch me finishing up a little bit more of this building, then take a look at it, you know? Have fun and have a wonderful day.